Have you ever wanted to mint an NFT on Chia, but didn't really know how to put the metadata together? When I first got into Chia, that was the case for me, and I just didn't see a format or a tool out there to put this together in a way that it made sense and just made it easier for me. I struggled with this for a long time, so I put together a little tool and I put together a little tutorial. So if you were included in this, then this video is for you. And if not, watch this video anyways, because you may learn a couple of things, or maybe it'll teach me a couple of things. So just shoot me a DM if that's the case. And with that, let's get into the video. The tools used in this video is the FlipThisMetadata app, Filebase, Sage Wallet, Mint Garden, Space Scan, XNFT.link, SplitXCH, GitHub, and what this video is going to show is how to mint with the chip 00 or 0007 and the 0015 NFT on the Chia blockchain. We're going to walk through the creating the metadata. I already filled this out. That way you guys don't have to watch me enter all the data in here. Using the FlipThisMetadata app, upload everything to Filebase on IPFS, minting the NFT in Sage Wallet, verifying it on Mint Garden, grabbing the collection data from SpaceScan, pulling launcher IDs with xdnft.link, and using the splitxch.com for royalty splits. And plus, I'll show how all this ties into open sourcing on the tooling on GitHub. So, building the metadata. The first thing we got to do is put all this together. So, on the right-hand side, what you would see here is basically just a couple of brackets and not a lot of information. But as I go along, it builds this entire file here for you and structures it in a way for the blockchain to seal the deal, and the tools that we use, the Mint Gardens, the Space Scans, things like that, to understand what this means. So name of the NFT goes at the top, the description, what the description of the NFT is, the minting tools, Sage Wallet. And then you've got the top level attributes, the traits. So if you go over here and you look at this, and you've got the genre, which would be emotional rap for this particular video, the main character, the different things, you can put all this in here and this will separate it. So if you click on one of these, say the visual style, realistic cinematic, right? So this will pull up all of the different ones that are in that category over here. So this is one of the today is one of the ones that are in that category. So go back over here to this. The other cool thing is if you, in the attributes, if you put a website on this side here, so the left side here is what you see up here at the top. These are the different categories. And then the right side will be the different aspects of that category. So if you, right here, where I put this in here, so if I was to click this one, it will actually send me as a redirect over here to my website or my X page, landing page. So in my profile over here. So that's kind of how all that right there works. The user ID. This is a random string of numbers. Collection name, FlipThisMusic. The icon. So I'm going to show you real quick. This is the name of the location for that. So this is saying that this is the icon, so that when this is for the collection. So when you go over here and you click on this icon right here, that's what we're pointing to. So if I go over here to my file base and go into this bucket, this icon right here that's pinned to this right here, I click on that link is copied. I can go over here and I can put that in the icon location, and that will, so when this metadata is all put together. Mint Garden will see that as this, that needs to go right here. So kind of how all of that works. You're putting this in a format so that other tools can use the information that we're entering in here right now. Um, the banner is the same way. If you go over here, this is the banner, and this is the location would be under file base right here. Here's my banner. Go over here, click that. If I go in here and enter that in there, it will automatically associate the banner over here off to the side and put it under the banner, and it will put that value right in there and put that in there and build this in a format that it understands. So the description, music from the mind of Rick Define. All right, so if you click this right here, it will enable the chip 0015 data fields. What that allows you to do is expand on this. Instead of just having an image or a video, you can actually do PDFs. And there's a whole lot of other cool stuff. I don't really want to get into that and get too descriptive on it, but so you click on this right here and you go to the main asset. So this will be the main asset would be the video that we're going to show, right? So that is a video object. And when you do that, it automatically populates the value over here for us. So data type, video object, or am I at here? Video object, there it is, and it automatically does it. And that will also do the encoding as a video MP4 right there. Made that as easy as possible. The URL is the IPFS. That's the storage location. So that would be where are we at today? MP4. So go over here, click on this link copied, share that here. If you have this located in multiple areas so that you have more decentralization, you can click this right here. It'll add another IPFS location or delete it if you want. The other thing that's very important here is the SHA-256. So this is a unique identifier that's for that particular file itself. You can either drag and drop it to here from another folder, or you can click it directly here and it will bring up your folders, and you can click it and it goes right there, and it auto populates this. So it takes all the guesswork out of it. You don't have to go to any other site. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You just go right here, click it, and you're done. Thumbnail. So the object type is the thumbnail object. And again, that auto populates it in here, and it changes this for you. That way there's no guesswork. If these are wrong, the encoding formats, it can give you some pretty funky output. So I made that to where it auto populates that, and it pulls from a source to be able to know what it needs to go there. So this is just the name of it. And here is your URL again. That is up here. What was I doing here? Today icon. Today icon. There it is. I went ahead and put that in there, but I don't think it needed it, honestly, because it was pulling the first frame of the video and actually using that for the file icon. Or the icon thumbnail. The other thing is right here. You can drop this down and change this to the thumbnail SHA. So you can again click this here, go up there, and it will auto populate it to the right one and put the thumbnail SHA-256 right here. And it just auto populates that in the right location over here on the right. So it's building this file for you. The creator organization, I kind of go by the Fiend Studios thing instead of my own name. So I'll put the creator name in here, the creator URL. That is where I use Mint Garden for a lot of things. So that's where all of my stuff is. Where am I at here? So this has all of my different collections that I've put together so far. That is where my creator URL is, and it's just because that's where the easiest way to go and see all my stuff is. The identifier type, property value, You can do a URL or text right there, but I use the property value, and that is Twitter and at Fiend Studios. You click the open original metadata. That is what you see there. Use the chip 15, today, day in life of recovery. All that information there, genre, emotional rap, like it's putting this in a structured way for Mint Garden to read. Copy to clipboard right there. Create your file, save it as what I did was today underscore metadata, and that is what you see here. And I just, sorry, today underscore metadata dot JSON. It's a JSON file, and that's how it reads that. So I store it there on my computer locally, and then I just drag it and drop it right over here to this, and it does everything for me. Okay, so now that I've got this done and it's finished, and I've made me a file and I've copied it, and I take it over here and I drop it onto here, right? The next thing that we'll be doing is using Sage Wallet for the minting, right? So if we go over here and we click on NFTs and we click on Mint NFT, all right, so now you've got all this information here, and you need to figure out how am I putting this all together so that this works. So there's my profile. That's my DID that I use for that particular set of collections. The data URL. So again, I go back over here to my file base, and I use today.mp4, and I click this little share button here, and then I go back to here, and then I just click that. Boom, that's done. Metadata. So I'll go back over here. Metadata is at the bottom, and I click this. Metadata is entered. License. License is at the top. Flip this music license. Click that. Boom. That's good. Now I need, so I go over here to my wallet, and I click my wallet address, and I go over here and I click this. Boom. Now I've got a royalty address. So 6.9 because it's funny. And say I want to mint 100 of them. I click mint NFTs. Actually, I'm going to drop this down because I've already minted these, and I'm only going to click on one because it's just faster. So while this right here is ramping up and it's putting all this information together and pulling it all together, there you go. So it actually does it real fast because it's just one. So here's all the information. Here's the profile. That's my DID. This is the royalty address right here. The percentage. I get 6.9% each time this thing is sold and traded. Just sold. If it's traded for another NFT, I don't get anything. But if it's sold for a value of anything, I get 6.9% of that value. If it's sold for banana token, I get 6.9% of however many banana token you get. The data URL. So if you click on this right here, it will actually take you to the actual video, right? This right here is the metadata. It will take you directly to the metadata. If I click on this right here, and that's one way that you can tell to make sure that you've got this right, is when you get to this point here, before you go any further, are my redirects, is it taking me? Yep, there it is. It's taking me to the metadata. If I click on my license here, is it going to take me to the license? There it is. It's just a simple little license I put together. I'm not trying to be fancy with this. Just a simple little license. So there's that. And then you just hit submit, and it mints the NFT for you. I'm not going to do that because I've already minted some of these. So let's say that you collab with someone, and to eliminate the trust that's involved in working with money, right? This is value. These things have value, and there's a lot of work that's involved in there. If you agree on a price and you say that I'm going to get 30% for the amount of work that I put in, someone else is going to get 20% for the amount of work that they put in, and this other person's got the majority of the bulk and the weight and everything, and he's going to get 50%, right? You can divide that up by adding recipients here. You put their name, you put their Chia address here, and you put their basis points. So each of these basis points here and this is the value, the percentage of it. Lucky 8 gets 1.5% on each of these royalty splits, right? So um, he gets that there on the royalties only from the way that puzzle's put together. And you got to come up with the other 98.5%. So your basis points need to be 9,800, I think is what it is. So if somebody gets 20%, then they get 2,000 basis points. So that would equal the 20% there, and then so on. And you put everything together, and there you go. You can do that with this. I don't know how many it goes to. Honestly, I really don't know. But I would think it goes up to a lot. Um, I've never tried to do more than two, so I don't know if it goes over two. Probably should have figured that out before I started this, huh? All right. So one of the things that I was struggling with is right here. There's nowhere to put in the value. Like, how much am I charging for these things? There's nowhere to put it in here. And to do it with the offers and do them one at a time for an entire collection of 100 or 350 or 1,000 or 10,000 is a little monotonous. And if you're doing that as a bulk mint, like, these are videos and they're all the same video, for each time I mint one of these things. So um, it's hard to do that one at a time. It's just time consuming. By the time you make the video, you mint it, and you do all this other work, and then you go through one at a time and you create all these offers, it's a lot of work. So what I've done is I put together a little tool that you can go over here to Space Scan, go to the collection, click right here, copy collection ID, and then go back to this and put your value in 222 Chia a piece. You can do an individual offer, meaning one for each NFT, requires multiple signatures, or you can do a bundle. And the bundle is what I'm working on, and I don't know how to do it yet. I'm trying to figure out how to make it so you have a bundle, meaning you can have all your NFTs in there in the same wallet or the same collection, and um, you just put them all for like 222 Chia, right? Or you can do individual ones, being 222 of them, and you want one a piece, and that's going to take each time you click approve, you're taking you to an additional NFT. So what I'm trying to figure out is how to make one single transaction, and approve for the whole collection for each one of them to be individually uh, created for 1xgh a piece. I just haven't been able to figure out how to do that puzzle just yet. So once I figure that out, then this will be a full total where you can just click it once and be done. But for now, like, you click this in here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Go over here to the xdnft.link, and you click this, get your collection NFTs, and this shows all of the NFTs that are in that collection. So there'd be 110 of these. The thing I ran through at first was right here, the comma and today, and that's the name of the video, or name of the NFT. What I had to do is go back in and change it to where if there's a comma, anything after that, it just doesn't read. So you copy this to the clipboard, go over here, delete that, hit that there. Wallet Connect, you click on Wallet Connect and bring that up. Connect to your wallet, and then once you've connected to your wallet, you can go down here and generate the atomic bundle or the individual ones, and then you'll either have one approval or multiple approvals, depending on how many NFTs are in the collection. Also, you can approve for NFTs that are in the collection, but they're not in your wallet. So I need to figure out a filter for that to get those out of there, because even if I approve it, if it's not in my wallet, it's not going to allow me to create an offer for that because it's not my wallet to do so. So it'll just reject it on the back end. So there's some things I need to do to update this. That's in the works. It's coming, just not ready yet. And it's all about finding the time to do it. So once you've got all your offers, oh, also it'll automatically there's there was a button here, but it's missing now, where you can approve it to auto send these to Dexy and Mint Garden, and it will just send it to them. But I guess one of my the last fixed errors removed it, so didn't notice that until just now. This will be open sourced on GitHub. The Flip This Metadata is already open sourced. That's over here already. I've got some other stuff. So if anyone wants to nerd out and do some stuff on this, I've got a couple of little things that I posted on there. I'm trying to build out some tools here to do and just really just to help me out on things, the problems that I run into. If I can't find a quick solution to it, what I'm doing now is just going in and just trying to build something real fast. So, they won't be pretty for now until I figure out how to build these things a little bit better, and then I'll come through and I'll polish them all up. So if anybody wants to join me in that venture, please feel free to do so, and then tag me and let me know. Um, okay, with this, hopefully you'll be able to have a better understanding on how to use the This metadata tool. Uh, how to share things from Filebase. It's just drag and drop, and you click the little share uh, icon off to the side, and then you can copy paste, and that's really all it is. Um, where to go in the Sage wallet to mint an NFT, where to go on spacescan.io to get your collection ID, where to go on the xdnft.link to pull your launcher IDs, the split XCH, where to go to do that, and how to use that a little bit. I think it's a great tool. All of these are, and mintgarden.com, how to view and list the NFTs, like how to build that metadata so that it all looks just right in there. Um, and then GitHub, how to open source your stuff if you're doing this kind of thing. Um, some of these tools, maybe they're out there. I don't know. I just know that when I went to go look up for a couple of things, I couldn't find them. So, if you're building stuff like this, don't be scared. Throw it out there. And if it's wrong or if it needs improvement, someone will come along from the Chia community and they will improve it and they will say, hey, listen, you kind of messed up here. So don't be scared. Put yourself out there. And with that, keep flipping.